afternoon. I'm just going to do a quick video comparison because I was quite interested in it, and some other people seem to be as well. And I happen to have both these rifles here, and I thought I would compare them. So today we're talking about the Canadian version of the Ruger Scout, or Ruger Gunsight Scout. This is a Gen 1 Canadian Ruger Scout, the back one. As you can tell, it's got the non-threaded barrel. So this was the first ones they hit the market up in Canada. This one happens to be a left-handed bolt because I'm a left-handed shot. And the second rifle we're comparing it to is the brand new issued, this is made by Colt Canada under contract from Seiko. This is the new Rangers C19, Canadian Forces Rangers C19, I believe is the name of it, the full name. C19. I've covered up my serial number there. Right on. So, just a quick overview. Just by sitting here, tabletop looking at them, you can tell that the C19 is a little longer than the Ruger. The Ruger barrel, now let's go totally scientific here and pull up the old freaking yardstick. So, the Ruger, from the tip of the barrel, and let's say right to the receiver there, 18 inches. The Colt Canada C19, from the end of the barrel to the top of the receiver, to the beginning of the receiver, 19 inches. So, really not that much longer. But where the difference is, I don't know if you can see from here, is that this barrel is a lot thicker and a lot heavier. This barrel starts off, on the Ruger, starts off thicker and then tapers down. Very tapered. But a lot more mass to this barrel. Both of them have protected blade sights on the front. C19 has rear peeps, kind of a unique rear peep, and then a Picatinny rail. The Ruger has a rear ring and the front-mounted Picatinny rail, and also has spots for scope rings that come with it. On mine, of course, you can see I've got a forward-mounted relaxed eye release scope. Both of them have catches to release the bolts. Both of them have rear tang, well, not rear tang safeties, but safeties mounted on the rear of the bolt at the tang. Right. The C19 has a oversized bolt for use with gloved hands. The Ruger does not. The C19 has a oversized trigger guard for use with gloved hands, and the Ruger is, well, it's not listed as oversized, but it is pretty much the exact same size as the Seiko one, the Colt Canada one. The Seiko has a ambidextrous bolt release, or sorry, magazine release, and the Ruger does as well. The Ruger one is just directly located in the middle, whereas the Colt Canada one is, they flare it out onto both sides. The Colt Canada one, or Seiko, or let's just call it the C19, comes with a 10-round box magazine, nice metal magazine, rubber base plate, well, let's not even get into talk about the mags, but what's going on with them. The Ruger, of course, comes with, what is it, 5, 10, and 20 round magazines. Both rifles have removable butt with add-on spacers. The Seiko one, I know offhand, right off the top of my head, comes with 3. What is it, like an inch and a bit one, and then 2 half-inch ones. Maybe a little bit different size than that. The Ruger comes with 3 of the same size ones. The Ruger's ones are plastic. The Seiko ones are aluminum or metal. Takedown is the same. They both have two bolts to undo. You remove your magazine well and your trigger guard, and then the barrel actually comes out of the stock. Both of them run a laminate stock, which is almost identical. Both of them have very aggressive checkering on the stocks on the front and on the backs, which is awesome. Alright. Oh, there they are side by side. Still don't know. The Ruger, 7 pounds 8 ounces, let's say, just below 7.8 ounces. Alright, that's for the Ruger. C19. 8 pounds, 12 ounces. And then, with there's a magazine, another 16 ounces of the magazine. So, pound or two lighter for the Ruger. Well, like I said, this would be a quick review or comparison of the two rifles. So, my honest opinion, out of having this Ruger for a couple of years and of having this C19 for just a little bit, I would say they are about as identical as you're going to get. There really is only minute differences between the two of them. Is it worth an extra, well, double the price? You could buy two brand new Ruger Scouts for the price of one C19, or the commercial version. What is that? The Seiko Arctic T3, or the Tika T3x Arctic, or whatever you want to call it, whatever its name is. You could buy two of these and still have change to buy ammo, and the magazines for the C19, 150 to 200 bucks a piece. Ruger magazines are what, 60, 80 bucks a piece. So everything is half price for the Ruger compared to the Seiko Tika Colt Canada. It is a little heavier barrel profile. Has a little bit better rear sights, just a little bit better. But other than that, these are the exact same. It's the exact same mounts, exact same expandable stocks. One has aluminum spacers, one has plastic spacers. Exact same stocks. The Ruger does have double stability, cross-threaded stability blocks, whereas the Colt Canada Seiko only has one. I don't know if that's a big deal to anyone or not. The Colt Canada receiver is just a little bit wider, a little bit more robust than the Ruger, but we're talking by fractions. The only real difference between these two that stands out to me is the safety on the Colt Canada. It's got safe, fire, safe, and then it has a safe where if it's ready to fire, you can press this little part here, and you can actually work the bolt while it's on safe. So that's really the only difference I could find for these two. Other than that, just the difference in how the safeties work and stuff. But these are the same rifles. There is really no difference. If I were a betting man, I would say that Seiko copied Ruger, because the Ruger gun was out a couple of years before, so I would say that they copied the Ruger, or as close as they did their own version of what the Ruger had going out there, which is pretty near identical. Stocks, you could interchange these stocks, I'm sure. I'm sure you will. You probably have the trim here and there, but these stocks are so similar. There's really no difference between the stocks. Anyway, that's it. The Ruger gun, I love. It's my favorite rifle. If I could only keep one rifle, it would be that. So far, from what I've shot with the C19, it's the same. It's a beautiful gun to shoot. Both are fantastic rifles. I do like this oversized tactical bolt knob for using with gloves. But that being said, there's nothing wrong with the normal sized one. Yeah, they're the same rifle. The exact same. If you've got the money, buy the Seiko, I guess. Or if you don't have the money, or if you have the money, buy two Rugers and a bunch of ammo and a bunch more magazines. There you go.
That's all, folks.